Well, greetings and thanks for joining us on another episode of Lightbulb Moments, episode number 167. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is at Qnity. And also, glad you're joining us, whether you're watching the YouTube, listen to the podcast, or joining us live. We're thrilled you're with us. I'm Tom Kuhn. I'm host and curator of Lightbulb Moments. I'm also CEO and founder of Qnity. A light bulb moment is one that is a sudden realization, enlightenment, or inspiration. I had one this morning. You can't start a fire without a spark. Oh boy. And sometimes we need a spark to create a new set of momentum for us. At Qnity, we're here to go from what's confusing, overwhelming, and complicated to a clearer path towards prosperity. To prosper, remember to manage your ATM, the three currencies we have in life: attention, time, and money. And thanks for spending your precious time with us today. We love hearing from you. Feel free to put something in the chat, raise your hand. I love it when it's interaction here. We have the chat monitored by JP, and she'll get back to you right away. She'll also be posting some stuff, but feel free to jump in. Also, submit a light bulb moment of your own. You can go to the website, or if you have an idea of a guest, want to be a guest, or have a light bulb moment, or something you want to discuss, please let us know. Check out recent episodes. The last guest was Jody Rivera, who is located down in Austin, Texas, Swamp Mermaid. She's a very unique individual. It was a great session. She is a rebound salon owner, closed her salon, missed it so much, she reopened in 3 months. And she's also a tattoo artist, and a super interesting session. It's really nice just to feature guests from across the country that are doing cool and unique stuff, and Jody's one of them. Lightbulb Moments is sponsored by Lightheart Sanders, Green Circle, and Forest. Thanks to all of them for helping to make it possible. Also, check out Money O2, which is very much a money-related podcast by Aaron Kuhn Bensali. And also just a reminder to participate and advocate for our current data project, which is a P&L study. It matters so we can run our business based upon data and using current data, period. Make better decisions and also contribute to the industry by having a new, fresh set of benchmarks. Super easy to participate. It's a short survey, and it's uploaded in an Excel file. Everything's secure. We have a CPA firm and an analyst from the University of Texas. We've got great participation already. If you haven't participated, then maybe this is a sign to you. And also, please advocate for it also. We have some fantastic sponsors. Wella, Aveda, Zenoti, Boulevard. Neil is also sponsoring this, as well as 2 to 10, and Lightheart Sanders is not only a data partner in this, they're also helping to sponsor it. So please participate and advocate for upcoming dates, 2 to 10, for those of you that are eligible in multi-location. If you received an invite, you should please respond very soon. If not, if you need an invite in your multi-location, let us know. It's going to be in a really cool spot in Palm Springs. We have a great, more retreat type agenda. Also, Succession Masterclass has been moved to January. We should be making a big announcement about that soon. It is going to not only be a seller-friendly class, it's also going to be a buyer-ready class. It's going to be a unique format. We need another week or so to lay out the details. It will be the day after the final day at Serious Business in New Orleans. It's going to be more of an event, so more to come on that one. Also, Profit by Qnity, we have coming up in November 18th out in Salt Lake City. And it is our signature program for profitability through better financial management. We also have a group that digs deeper into profitability. If you're interested in that, we've got a QR code, and JP can also put something in the chat. We have the same thing for our growth body of work also happening at the end, November 19th in Salt Lake City. That is all about growing top-line sales through your team as a leader. Both of these programs are full of a ton of tools, including a bunch of new tools. This one, again, features some of our signature content, but a lot of this has been updated. We also have a group that is working together starting next month to really unpack and implement the growth system to have greater growth this year and next year. So now on to my light bulb moment for this week. I am without a guest today, and I'm going to take you through something that inspired me last night and then this morning. But before I get to really the light bulb moment of the week, I want to discuss current and future topics that we'll continue to cover on this forum. Topics that have been top of mind for me lately that we will continue to cover on this forum will be succession planning, buyer ready, seller ready, trends, all of that, guests, next generation transfers. Definitely will continue to explore that on this forum. We also recently have started to explore, not recently, we've for a long time, we've been featuring technology segments through experts. And then lately, we're spending a lot of time on technology and really talking about technology adoption and doing an inventory of all your technology platforms. And after you're shocked with how many you have, then it's figure out how to adopt them and utilize them to the best of your ability. I think I've got a new topic emerging here, and I'm going to seed this one today. It's not my topic du jour, but it will be a topic coming up. In fact, I've decided I'm going to do a webinar on this. And it's somewhat inspired by some things going on behind the scenes in the industry. Gordon Miller, who many of us love and trust and respect, has been in the middle of a war with a coaching, and I don't even know how to describe this organization. It's an organization that sort of emerged out of nowhere, which is no surprise. Every industry has disruption. But Gordon is taking a major challenge and is laying a very strong case for certain things that he finds are just ridiculous. And I think he just felt so strong about this, they started to speak up. It's not like Gordon. I'm going to stay out of the fray of that conversation. And, but I'm going to come into the conversations that's very top of mind for me. And that has to do with money-related experts in the beauty industry, and money-related experts, financial-related experts in general, and distinguishing between the actual skill of providing relevant financial-related education, tools, resources, etc., versus great marketing. And there's organizations that I'm just witnessing that are making major investments in marketing, but I'm really asking the question, where is the beef? Where is the talent behind the education services, whatever? Where's the commitment to research? Where is the credibility? Where is the previous salon owner experience? Or if it's only salon owner experience, where is the financial experience and credibility? Money-related advice and education is very, very important. And every industry, and just in general, has very, very great marketers that really put themselves in a position to be a perceived expert for purposes of selling education, coaching, financial services, whatever. So there are a lot of really strong players in the professional beauty industry that relates to financial skills. I don't know that they're really the ones that are the most visible, though. There's a lot of behind the scenes experts. They don't do a lot of marketing. You might not know about them, but they're the real go-to. They're the ones that people go to if they're in a crisis, if they have to make a serious decision. And so anyway, I am very interested in exploring this, and I'm going to do this in some upcoming weeks. So those are some of my standing topics, which would be technology, succession planning, and then a new one, and that is, where are you getting your support from? All right, where I'm going to go today, a shout out to Corinne from our team. I actually think she's on this session with us today. She did a brilliant job of facilitating a session with the Qnity School ambassadors. So our school company has a bunch of ambassadors. They're mostly educators working in schools, but also administrators, et cetera, et cetera. And I got to be a special guest last night. And when picking a topic, we got into the topic of gratitude because I think what Corinne shared with me is that a lot of these educators, it's pretty easy to get burned out. Not exactly a high-paid field. Sometimes the only news you have is bad news, and there's some long days working as an educator inside a school, as well as administrator. So we decided to do a segment on gratitude, but more specifically, on one of my favorite tools that may be one of the most underutilized tools we have in our entire library of grid-based tools, and that is the G&A Journal, which, a spoiler alert, we will make this tool available to you in a PDF form. I'm going to leave that up to JP in the background in the chat to go through how to do that. But anyway, so here's an email I got this morning, and it happened to be from a participant. And we went through the G&A Journal last week, and I'm going to read this. I caught myself in the last few weeks dabbling back and forth over the lines of negative thinking, which of course I believe is the direct result of too full a plate combined with quitting smoking and the nicotine demon. I got off the call feeling refreshed, a little bit lighter, and carrying an air of clarity, which is wonderful. So let me introduce to you to G&A Journal. And the G&A Journal is again, one of our grid-based tools. It's one page. Most of our tools are one page. If you want to get in the same page with yourself or someone else, get it to one page. So I know a lot of us believe in journaling. A lot of us believe in the power of gratitude. I know a lot of us also appreciate the need to celebrate progress. What this tool does is it takes it all in one sheet and turns into very simple practice. I would say that this is the tool. I wouldn't say it's my favorite tool in our library because we have so many great tools, but it is the tool that I personally have used the most, especially like in the last 4 years. It's a daily tool that only takes anywhere from less than 1 minute to, it depends on how long you want to go, but usually it's about a 1 to 3 minute activity. And that is just to, in the morning or the end of the day, pick your time, is to just jot down 2 to 3 things that you are grateful for from that day, as well as 2 to 3 things that you accomplished that day. Very simple. And what it does is it really leverages the power of several things that come with gratitude, which I'll get to in a moment. But part of the reason this tool was designed is that when we did a lot of live workshops, I mean, it seems like we did 100 of them, we'd go through this activity where we'd teach someone how to use a 9-grid, and we asked them to do a 9-grid of their accomplishments so far this year. And it was actually very disheartening in many cases, because a lot of times we go around the room and people would just be staring at this 9-grid and saying, I can't think of anything that I accomplished this year. Obviously, with a little question and answer of that individual, you start to see this person change completely, because in fact, they did accomplish a lot, and there was a lot to be grateful for this year. It's just our memories thin out. And when we changed the question to, can you share one thing you're grateful for from yesterday as one thing you accomplished yesterday, it opens up this possibility to really unpack both gratitude and progress. Now, the thing I love about this is it's a combination of a gratitude and accomplishment journal. Journaling gratitudes, I'll get to why it's so important in a minute. And I do need to give Corinne Murray credit for the next slide, which really is a lot of the benefits of gratitude. But let's talk about the accomplishment part of it. So the accomplishment part is really based upon something called the progress principle, and that those are aware of making incremental progress will far outpace those that don't acknowledge their progress. So it forces you to say, you know what, it maybe wasn't a great day yesterday, but I did accomplish X, Y, Z, and that did move things forward. So anyway, a little personal note here. So I made a commitment to start using this journal every day back on June 7th, 2020. I dabbled in it before, and I've pretty much kept at that over the last over 4 years. Do I ever miss a day or a week? Yes, I do. I probably have about 4 weeks per year where either I'm traveling or I'm doing the same thing every day or on vacation that I skip it. So I figure if you can get 48 out of 45 out of 52 weeks, or even 48 out of 52 weeks, you have built a massive muscle. Um, and the other thing I love about this is it ties into a body of work that I love called The Gap and the Gain. It was featured at our first Phil conference, and it's a book by Dan Sullivan, and I highly recommend it for all of us. And it really distinguishes how progress really happens if you focus on the gain, which is progress, versus the gap being defined as measuring yourself against an ideal, as opposed to the gain, measuring yourself by progress. Super powerful book, Dan Sullivan, Gap and the Gain. We gave it everybody to Phil 3 years ago, and it very much ties to that. Now, when I started, I just realized something last night, and this was very appropriate to be with the school ambassadors, because I thought that date sounded very familiar to me. And that date of June 7th, it was a Sunday, 2020. The very next day, I have a voicemail that I have still saved to this date. And it was June 8th, 2020. And it was from Robert Passage, the CEO and owner of Pivot Point, who, amongst many things, offers an educational platform that is one of the two dominant educational platforms that schools in the United States and Canada adopt to for curriculum and other support. And that voicemail from Robert Passage said, "Hey, Tom, I love the work you're doing, et cetera, et cetera." He said, "For years, I've been trying to bring financial literacy in the schools and wondering if you'd have an interest in partnering with us on that." Well, that was the beginning of a massive future. We wouldn't have the call last night with Qnity School ambassadors because we would have not been involved in the schools at all. Fast forward to today, I used to say that we've taken 40,000 people through 40,000 students through this curriculum in 3 years. My gosh, yeah, it's 3 years almost to the day. But it's a lot higher than that. I think it's more closer to about 55,000. So that way, students now, when they go to cosmetology school, massage, aesthetics, or nails, not only are they going to come out with some of the skills that they need, but they're also going to have a very clear understanding of money, and their money confidence would have taken a big jump. Their financial education would have taken a big jump. So we're super proud of that. And honestly, that would not have happened if I did not get that phone call. And that was the day after I started with this journal. So anyway, very interesting. Now, let's go through a little bit about how gratitude can help you, and then we're going to wrap up. Gratitude can help you feel happier. It can actually improve your memory. Now, I did not realize that until last night, but that's super interesting too. I'm going to sit on that one. Become more resilient. Makes sense. Strengthen your immune system. Yeah. Calm your nervous system. Yes. Boost your mental health. Okay. Get better sleep. Make better nutrition choices and improve communication. Wow. Those are pretty cool. So anyway, I think for me, other things related to the G&A Journal is maybe how you can use it, not just in your personal life, but actually use it in work and professional endeavors. At Qnity, every morning at 8:31, we have a huddle. And the first thing we do is we go around the room and everybody goes through a gratitude or accomplishment. We've been doing that consecutively I think we've been doing morning huddles. JP can put it in the chat. I don't know how many consecutive days. I think it's a little over 100. Before that, I think we had a streak that was much longer. We broke it by accident, and so went back to square one. But anyway, we start every single morning. Everybody goes around the room in the community team and shares a gratitude or accomplishment. It isn't required to use this tool, but we do use it in business. I was asked the question, what's the most impactful thing you've ever written down on this list? Well, the big milestones, weddings, births, big events, big celebrations for an accomplishment, whatever. So the most impactful thing, I think, would be those normal things in life that would be big milestones. Do I really do this every day? I really do this every day. Yeah. And I usually do it in the morning. Sometimes I might get about 3-4 days behind, but I keep a log off to the side and I'm just simply just need to transcribe it over. It's made a big difference in my life, and because I'm very forgetful. Sometimes I'm so in the moment and I'm so focused on creating content or doing something like this that the past just seems to be just vapor in my brain. Maybe I'm the only one. But it really helps with recollection because I will always look back and say, what happened that time of year? Or here we are starting another season. Let me go back over the last 5-6 seasons. I'm really able to identify trends, remember something that we'd worked so hard on, and oh, that's done, and we just sort of forgot about what a big deal that was, but now it's done. How cool is that? I think that if someone wants to get started with this, I download the tool, but you don't have to do the tool to have the practice. I would just pick your time of day. Are you going to do it at night, right before bed? Or are you going to do it at the beginning of the day? Really, those are the two best options. And for me, it's morning, but some of the people I talked to last night, it's night. Honestly, it's probably better to do it at night before you go to bed because it'll put your brain into the best state before you go into the state of dormancy. So honestly, I probably am just thinking out loud with all you folks right now and thinking maybe I should do this at night. Yeah. Uh, so that's what I have today on the G&A Journal, and I'm going to check out the comments in a moment here. I think what we will do is we will, JP put a note in here. Brene Brown, the most effective way to cultivate joy in our lives is to practice gratitude. The key here is practice. Nice word. That's really what the G&A Journal is about. It's about a practice. The tool is the way to have the practice. All right, it's not just about feeling grateful, it's about developing an observable practice. So often we think that joy makes us grateful when in reality it's gratitude that brings joy. That's very, very good. Okay. All right, so let's see here. I think that is what I have for you folks today. Feel free to put something in the comments. I want to, again, give a shout out to our sponsors, Lightheart Sanders, Green Circle, and Forest. All of them are very committed to the beauty industry. They're great humans and great sponsors and collaborators. So that's what I have for you folks today. We will see you, I believe, next week. And as always, thanks for spending your precious attention and time with us. And hopefully it will help you with some light bulb moment of your own. Thanks for joining us. Bye.